So what do you want to be when you grow up?
This is the first video I posted on YouTube. February 2010, a cover of Highway to Hell by AC/DC. This was a year and a half after I'd started playing guitar. I only posted it because someone at school dared me to, and honestly, the video was pretty bad. For some reason, I kept posting. I slowly got better at guitar and my videos started improving as well. I learned how to record audio in a digital audio workstation, and I learned how to do a picture-in-picture effect in my videos. I would sit in my room and record for hours until I got the best take I could, and I would spend even more time before that learning each song as accurately as I could. I don't really know why I did this, but I do know I enjoyed doing it. In 2013, I released my first EP of original music, called the Alter Persona EP. I barely knew anything about composition, music theory, mixing or mastering, but I threw together 5 songs and did a release on Bandcamp. Surprisingly, it actually got some plays, and since it was free to download, over 100 people ended up downloading it. Even today, that feels like a lot. The next few years went by fast. I started posting remixes where I would take a popular song and make a metal version of it, which was a fun challenge and helped me sharpen my composition skills in a different way. In 2014, I also released my first full-length album. This felt like the natural progression after initially releasing an EP. Eventually, I finished high school and started my first year of university. University was a transformational time for me. I was living in a new city for the first time, meeting new friends, and with coursework on top of that, music wasn't really at the top of my priority list. Over the years, some people had told me that eventually life will get too busy and you won't have time for music anymore. But I was determined to not let that happen. However, there was no denying that I was busier than before. Throughout university, I would usually post when I was home for the holidays or over summer break, and I started posting way less often. The momentum I'd built up on my channel started to die down and things plateaued a bit. In the 5 years I spent at university, I managed to release a second full-length album and 2 EPs after that, which, looking back, I'm not even sure how I managed to pull that off. Graduating university marked the beginning of a new chapter. Of the 2 EPs I released, I recorded the second one the summer after graduating and released it later that year in November 2021. In September that same year, I started working full-time as a software engineer, and once again, moved to a new city. In some ways, this move was similar to when I started university. A new city, going out and meeting new friends, once again getting pretty busy. But this time things were slightly different. For the first time in a while, it felt like I was starting to break my own plateaus. I slowly started learning new techniques on guitar. I started learning a lot more about mixing and mastering. And I even invested in some lighting for my videos for the first time. I learned how to shoot videos in log, do a basic color grade, and suddenly I was making videos that looked way better than before. But I always felt like I didn't have enough time to do as much as I wanted. Not too long after I moved, I posted a video announcing a change in direction on the channel. I didn't want to limit myself to just covers anymore, but at the same time, I wasn't putting in enough time to fully figure out the new direction I wanted to take things in. If things were plateauing for the channel while I was in university, then they were really plateauing now. Almost 3 years after moving, I was starting to feel burnt out. I just wasn't getting fulfillment from my full-time job, and also around this time, but for other reasons, I decided I was going to move back to my hometown. This meant I couldn't continue working the same job, so I had to figure out what my plan was. I started looking for a new job, but the job market wasn't great and my heart wasn't really in it either. Then I figured, hey, it might be good to just take a break. Not too long after that though, I asked myself, what if I just go for it? So it's official. This is a bit of a different video than I would normally make, but I wanted this to be both an announcement and also a kickoff for this new series that I'm doing, which, speaking of, I did actually leave my full-time job back in late September, and that was with the goal of trying to do music full-time. This means I'm trying to make it work financially and basically get to a point where I can pay my bills with music stuff. So I wanted to start this series basically just to document this journey and how things go for me. And I have no idea if I'm going to succeed or fail, but if I do fail, hopefully at least you can learn from my mistakes and not repeat them. So since I'm now doing music full time, I actually have some new things that I'm offering as well. So first off, you can book one-on-one guitar lessons with me online, and I'm also doing mixing, mastering, and guitar recording services. And you can find more information about all that on my website, which I'll link down in the description below. And outside of all that, if you want to support me, you can check out my Patreon as well as my Ko-fi or Ko-fi page, where I have some guitar tabs available for purchase and some free ones as well. And there's also the option there to support me directly, either with a one-time or a recurring tip. You can also purchase and listen to my music on Bandcamp, as well as stream it on all streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. Just as a quick preview for episode 2 of the series, in that video, I'll be recording the guitar solo for a song that I've had laying around for a while, which will actually be coming out later this month in January. And in that video, I'll talk more about my process for guitar solos, including what I think about when I write them, how I record them, and all that sort of stuff. So stay tuned. And lastly, I'm excited to take you on this journey with me, and I hope you enjoy the ride. Thanks for watching. Peace.